Our What Makes the Subway Brand Great initiative focuses on operations and providing customers with delicious finished product. Serving great bread is an essential part of that excellent customer experience. Closely following the final steps of the bread baking process will help ensure your restaurant is serving beautiful, properly made bread to your customers. Baking perfect-looking and great-tasting bread starts with having well-maintained tools and following the step-by-step procedures shown on the Perfect Bread Every Time job aid, available on Subway Partners. If you have followed steps 1 through 7 correctly, you're in the home stretch. Here are the last 5 steps for a strong finish. Proofing is one of the most important steps in baking high-quality breads. It exposes retarded dough to the proper combination of heat and humidity. Proofing retarded dough stimulates yeast action. Yeast feeds on sugar and starch in the dough, producing carbon dioxide. This gas makes the bread rise. Proof dough until it reaches 75% of its final size, approximately 50 to 60 minutes. Overproofed bread will collapse and wrinkle when cooled. Use the proofing template to check the size of your proofed dough. When baking cheese bread or seasoned bread with cheese, place the cheese on the bread after proofing. Remove a tray of bread from the proofer and place the appropriate amount of cheese on the bread. For seasoned bread with cheese, sprinkle 0.5 ounces, or 14 grams, of shredded cheese evenly across the top of each breadstick. For cheese bread, lightly mist with water so the cheese adheres to the dough, and sprinkle 0.75 ounces of cheese. Do not exceed the formula. Too much cheese will cause the bread to collapse. Breadsticks are baked in a dry, continuous heat of 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 177 degrees Celsius. Bake bread for 12 to 14 minutes in a digital oven or 13 to 22 minutes in an analog oven until golden brown. If bread cannot be easily removed from the form, the bottom of the loaf may not be completely baked. Remove baked bread from the oven and place in an open-air rack until cool, for a maximum of 30 minutes. Always place hot bread above other bread in the rack. If hot bread is placed under cooled bread, rising steam can form moisture and cause already cooled bread to wrinkle, shrink, and possibly collapse. After cooling bread, place in the enclosed bread cabinet. Make sure bread is fully cooled before placing it into the cabinet. Placing warm bread in the cabinet with cool bread will cause the cooled bread to wrinkle, shrink, and possibly collapse. Steps 1 through 6, along with many great bread baking tips and tools, including colorful in-store job aids, are available on Subway Partners.